talk about windows now and how we install those windows, because that's a very important part of the envelope so that we can prevent moisture from entering into the home. Right here you'll notice that there's a house wrap, and what the house wrap is a moisture barrier so that the sheathing we talked about earlier in the OSB does not get moisture on it. This protects it. So if by chance moisture gets behind the brick, the moisture will hit this wrap and fall straight down and go out the weep holes in the brick, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But let's go back to the windows. We use all low E glass windows, which is an energy saving feature for you and your new home. So all of our windows are low E standard. What's most important about the window system here is, number one, we hand nail our windows. We do not use a machine powered tool to drive our windows in, because it could actually break this flange right here. Now you might ask, well, why do I see the flange here but I don't see the flange on the sides? I do see this piece of tape, and what this tape is for is this is to seal the outside flange to the moisture barrier, and we seal it all the way around the top and the sides, but we leave this to where the seal tape is below this part on the bottom of the window. The reason why is if moisture comes down here and rolls around, we want it to hit in front of the tape and then straight down the moisture barrier. We do not want to hit behind it because moisture could get trapped there and then we have issues. On the sides, all moisture of course falls with gravity, so it comes down the side and it just comes right straight down here. But our tape, if you'll notice, is done in such a way, if moisture is rolling down here, we're not hitting on this horizontal piece because it's behind the vertical piece. So the moisture can free flow down here on top without hitting a seam where moisture could possibly enter the home. This is a system that is very well thought out, and it's actually part of the building science when you're building a house, so that we can prevent moisture from entering your home from behind the brick. On every window of the house, on the bottom part of the frame, you'll always find a little slot. And what that slot is for is if by chance moisture gets inside the frame, this allows the moisture to escape outside the window and not keep it trapped inside. So if you remember, on the inside of the house, we talked about this black piece of vinyl that was going up the wall, and I told you I would tell you what that was for. So that vinyl goes underneath that 2x4 that's green, if you remember. It comes out and then wraps up and is stapled to the exterior sheathing of the wall. And then this moisture barrier goes on top of it. And what that does is it seals everything from being able to go inside and touch the wood of the house. So let's just say water gets back behind the brick, and sometimes it does, and that's why we're going to all these efforts and all of these things to protect your home. Is the water will come down here, go down on the black, and then fall down here behind. This is the actual part of the foundation, and then this is where the brick will sit. So that water will come down here, and we will have what they call weep holes about every 6 or 8 feet in the brick. And the weep holes is basically where we don't put any mortar in the brick, and we allow that moisture, if it gets down there, to fall out and get out into the dirt where it needs to be.